Hello everyone, here I'm showing a series from the second round of RBY OU Invitational number 6, Winners Bracket. I'm playing against Nicole. We have some history here. This is last year's finals. I narrowly escaped because I was in the Winners Bracket. Saying that Nicole gave me a hard time would be an understatement, so danger is in plain sight here. Nicole asked to make this a best of 5, which I agreed. Game 1, Jinx puts my lead Starmie to sleep. Then Chansey comes in and I use Reflect to force Executor to explode. Nicole's Tauros Revenge kills. I predict Body Slam, so I just stay in and heal up. Then I Thunderwave Tauros, I avoid some critical hits and I paralyze Tauros, which helps a lot. Snorlax comes in, Nicole goes Jengar, I have Earthquake. So I think about predicting Explosion, but I eventually stay in with Snorlax, and Jengar doesn't kill. Nicole Revenge kills with Zapdos, I go Jolteon, and then I use Thunderbolt, predicting a switch possibly to Jinx. Nicole uses Thunder Wave, so Jolteon is paralyzed and Zapdos is not. Thunderbolt doesn't do much. Next, Jolteon Thunder Waves Snorlax, but it takes damage. Still not a 2-hit KO range for Zapdos. Then Starmie wakes up. Turn 26, nice double switch by Nicole, and then paralyzed Tauros beats Executor, who doesn't even deal damage. I think I should have sacrificed Snorlax here instead of going Executor directly. Then my Starmie beats Tauros, but Jinx threatens Lovely Kiss. So turn 32, I make a middle ground play. I don't want to go Chansey because I feel like Snorlax is coming in. So I go Jolteon because Nicole is not going to use Blizzard. I make a double switch to Chansey, which goes down. I think my ideal play here was to sacrifice Snorlax and follow with Chansey, looking to use Soft Boiled and then Reflect. I end up losing Chansey instead of Snorlax. Nicole tries to save Jinx, so my Tauros beats Snorlax. However, turn 36, I think I should have sent Starmie on Snorlax, so I could keep my Tauros fresh. Turn 38, Zapdos uses Agility and it becomes very dangerous. No Paraslam. However, Zapdos doesn't get the critical hit against Tauros, and they get the win. So Nicole's team was very dangerous until the very end. A Chansey-less team that applies a lot of pressure, very offensive, and I think my plays were quite inaccurate. Game 2, I get to sleep and I follow with Tauros. I go Chansey on Seismic Toss, then back to Jinx on Predicted Sing, very nice. And I get the quick freeze, so this is a dream scenario. Turn 9 is the most important turn of the series. Nicole didn't use Reflect, so I think this could be self-destruct, because if I go first, Body Slam could put Nicole's Snorlax in Hyper Beam range, even through Reflect. So I can get a knockout if I go first again. So I go Rhydon, predicting self-destruct, but Nicole uses Reflect, so this is not ideal for me. I use Substitute, Executor comes in, turn 14, I stay in, good prediction. Turn 16, I tried to predict Stun Spore, because on turn 14 I somewhat had signaled that Sleep Powder on my Rhydon was fine by me, so I expected Stun Spore. Nicole goes Tauros predicting Jinx, and it works. At this point, things are tricky. My team is crippled, Body Slam is a reasonable play because of Paralysis chance, Crit chance, so I decide to stay in, and Nicole uses Cyber Beam, very nice. Not as much for me. I go Starmie, double switch to Tauros predicting Sleeping Starmie to come in, correct. Nicole sacrifices Frozen Chansey and we have Tauros against Executor. This is tricky. At this point it's quite clear to me that Nicole's team is Starmie Rhydon, so no Zapdos. Rhydon is the obvious sleep fodder here for me, but I don't feel comfortable going Rhydon. Psychic would be backbreaking, and Sleep Powder can miss anyway. Still, I think that going Rhydon would have been the correct play. I decide to stay in with Tauros, hoping for crit, miss or freeze. Tauros gets slapped, and this makes Nicole's Starmie a lot more dangerous. Snorlax Tito, I don't use Reflect. I go for the knockout instead, but I lose the crucial speed tie. Luckily I miss. Then I cancel Body Slam, I use Rest, and Nicole sends Executor on predicted Rest and uses Rest of its own. Then she uses Rhydon against my Monolax. At this point, I think Rest is coming, so I go Starmie. Nicole uses Earthquake, then goes Starmie, and it wakes up. Without a Tauros, or at least without an awake Tauros, this is rough for me, so I use Sing on Snorlax, then I try to spam some ice moves. After some attempts, I realized that I'm being PP stalled. Maybe I give up on the freeze a bit too soon. And with Thunderwave on Starmie, my movesets are walled because I don't have Thunderbolt. Turn 66, I have the chance to go Snorlax, but I don't. Turn 119, I try to use Thunder Wave on Taurus, so Snorlax can become very dangerous, but I am fully paralyzed. Then I make a double switch to Snorlax, but I'm forced to use Rest. And later, Nicole predicts Rest correctly, going Taurus. And my Snorlax goes down. So I end up losing. A great comeback by Nicole, really. It all started with a prediction I had made with Rhydon to try and kill the game. Going Rhydon unpredicted self-destruct, then not sacrificing Rhydon to sleep. Eventually, I paid the ultimate price. Going 2-0 here would have been quite heavy, so I definitely missed the chance. Game 3, Jinx War. I get the short end of the stick. I set up the switch to Executor very nicely, but then I realize I don't have Sleep Powder. This was someone else's team that I had copied, and it was Sync Chansey Rest Executor. I switched to Reflect Chansey and forgot to change Executor to Sleep Explosion. So this is extremely bad. On top of that, Nicole stays in with Chansey and uses Thunder Wave against Executor. Then my Snorlax gets countered. I had both Earthquake and Hyper Beam. I usually scout for counter. I did not this time. I predicted the switch. My Taurus cripples Nicole's Snorlax. Then she predicts Hyper Beam and Taurus goes down. However, my Zapdos is looking good here. Nicole sacrifices Jinx, which was an obstacle for Zapdos, so I'm quite happy about that. On the other hand, I still have a Chansey, so Nicole thought Snorlax would be more important. My Executor is Rest, but it won't help. I use Stun Spore, but Nicole is not going to switch out, so we end up trading anyway. and this was a little bit risky on my side. Then Chansey Thunderwaves Tauros, I sacrificed Jinx, so this is good for Zapdos. Then Nicole goes Alakazam because she wants to paralyze Zapdos before using Tauros against it. But I don't think this is correct. This is risky if I can get crit or paralysis, and I do get the paralysis on Alakazam. And Zapdos looks very scary right now. However, no crit, no full paralysis. I am the one who gets fully paralyzed and crit, so game over. Good game. Matchup was good. Too bad I didn't have Sleep Powder nor Explosion on Egg, and I also lost the Jinx War. Game 4, we trade the Sleep. And Thunderwave. Nicole goes Snorlax first. Cloyster comes in. Nicole has Starmie, but she doesn't go Starmie at first. Turn 30. This is a good time for using Self-Destruct, but I don't have the guts. So no Power Slam. Cloyster's Explosion lands on Chansey. Nicely done by Nicole. Executor fails to paralyze Starmie, and this is very bad for me right now. Nicole's Snorlax beats Chansey. My Starmie wakes up, so I can Thunder with Taurus. Then Nicole uses Self-Destruct, but I go Executor. So this is a good trade for me. Still, Starmie is a problem. Turn 54, Nicole goes Rhydon. I have to pull back. On turn 58, I don't use Self-Destruct. I think I should have. I boom the next turn, but I don't get it off. I would have needed a 1-hit KO critical hit on Tauros or double full paralysis. So good games, well deserved. And well, I tried to do something different in this series, going for predictions that I don't usually make, but this clearly was not the right way. On the other hand, Nicole did great, in spite of rough matchups. She made solid plays and great predictions, making switches at the right time. Everything was very well oiled, which is something I really miss right now. Losing doesn't ever feel good, but at least it feels right in this case, so I can't regret the outcome, even though I do regret some decisions. Again, Game 2, how I played Raiden. Game 3, messing up with moveset in the team builder. But I do believe Nicole's merits outweigh my missteps. Still not a great day, because I can't blame luck, really, not one bit. I had the chance to win this series and I didn't catch it. Or at very least, I didn't make the best out of my odds. But that's part of the journey, ups and downs, and it can't be changed now. This is now part of my story, which is a story I don't regret, and I'm going to talk about that sometime soon. Right now I have 3 roads. Either I become the first Invitational champion from the losers bracket, which would be glorious, or I get downgraded as a competitor. Back to being an underdog, just like everyone is with this kind of opposition, but this would just make that official. There is some kind of third way, a gray area, where I get a good top 8, top 4 finish, podium, which deserves a lot of respect, by the way, but when you are the outgoing champion, that's obviously a downgrade. No champion is eventually going to escape that downgrade, but still. The other phase of the medal is that after winning a lot of stuff, you know how this works. You're not all alone. For the looks of it, we are going to have a new champion this year, because every former champion now is in the losers bracket, and that's only right. Anyway, next week I'm going to play against Soulwind, great multi-gen player, I think mostly Gen 4, DPP, Diamond Pearl, Platinum. We fought in a Pokemon Perfect Master Tournament 12 years ago, or something. So, we are in the losers bracket, the underworld of this tournament, but it feels great when you think about it. 12 years. Whatever happens, this tournament is going to tell us a lot about the current state of the metagame, and I'm going to witness. These are all good reasons to keep going, so we'll meet again. Thanks for watching.